Alright guys, welcome back here to LJ Reactions. I just got back from work, but I did watch NXT Brooklyn 4 from work. Watched the main event while I was driving home. I mean, what do you want me to say, man? What do you want me to say? It's ran by Triple H. I mean, this dude, since he started the takeovers, I mean, it's just what we want wrestling to be. It's just what we want wrestling to be. I mean, Triple H, every single takeover, he finds a way to, at least the show is no least worse than an 8.5. Since Triple H has taken over, I've never seen a takeover that's worse than an 8.5. Worse than an 8.5. Worse than an 8.5. And we cannot say that on the main roster. Cannot say it on the main roster. I mean, there was only what? It was a tag team match, EC3 versus Velveteen Dream, North American Championship, women's match, main event. 5 matches. 5 matches we had. There was not a single match where I was let down, bored, skip this, go to the bathroom, flip the channel, check up what's going on Twitter. Nowhere in any of the matches did I find myself doing any of that. While I was at work. None of that. None of that. Triple H does an excellent job of making you invested. I think every single match had a video package. On the main roster, you'd be best if you get 2 to 3 video package on the main roster for a pay-per-view. Every single match had a video package. Every single match had a video package. Main event. Fucking great. Women's match. Better than anything we get on the main roster. And by the way, Trish Stratus is facing Alexa Bliss at the women's pay-per-view Revolution. Is it Revolution or Evolution? It's Evolution. They shouldn't call it Revolution. Trish Stratus is facing Alexa Bliss at Evolution. Why would you do that? I think everybody that I know has been clamoring for seeing another Mickey versus Trish. If Mickey's injured, you could have had Trish Stratus face, hell, Charlotte Flair or Ronda Rousey. Why Alexa Bliss? Are you trying to foreshadow to what's going to happen tomorrow night? Back to NXT. Again, every single match was great. We're going to go through the match card and break it down. But before we get into the review, again, Triple H, we are just praying for Vince McMahon to go do the XFL. Just go do the XFL. Was it another year or 2 we have to wait? Give the keys to Triple H. Full time. Please, Vince. Please, listen, Triple H found a way to get me invested into Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler, which that was the match I was actually hoping Kairi Sane won, which she did. He found a way to get me invested into that match, which I was like, come on, can we just fast forward to the main event? Can we just fast forward to the main event? For I think they had about 10 to 12 minutes. For 10 to 12 minutes that they had, I was the closing seconds of the match, I was like, come on, Kyrie. I was invested. Which on the main roster, you're going to find a hard way for you to get me invested to watch Charlotte versus Becky versus Carmella. I honestly don't care. I don't care about that match. But Triple H finds a way for you to get invested in every single match. With Triple H, I give my hat off to you, my brother. You do another great job. Another great job. Now, would I say, was this the best NXT takeover I've seen? No. To me, NXT New Orleans, the ladder match alone, NXT New Orleans, was really good. It was really good. I think we had Siamas versus Adam. Yeah, Siamas versus Aleister Black. That was a great match. And then what else we had on that show? I think that's what we had Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler again. And then I think we had, what was one more big match? Wasn't that one more big match? Yeah, we had Gargano versus Ciampa, the unsanctioned match. But this was pretty good. This was pretty good. Now, let's not waste any more time, people. When we come back, we're going to review this full show right here on LJ Reactions, guys, right after the break.
The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Hunch on the real, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright, guys, let's kick this shit off. So, the first match of the night, which I was at work. At work at the airport, I was closing the counter And then, like, I got a notification on my app. I'm like, NXT Brooklyn starts. I was like, 7 o'clock? I was like, are they sure it shit starts at 7? But sure enough, the show started at 7 o'clock. We had Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly versus Mustache Mountain in a tag team title match. Which, right off the bat, Vince McMahon, please tell me you watch NXT, which I really don't think the guy watches it. At this rate, you can't tell me this dude is not watching NXT. Okay, on the main roster, like I was telling you guys, who in the tag team division on either show do you guys care about? Honestly, my opinion, besides the Usos, I'm sick of the New Day. Besides the Usos on SmackDown, I don't care about any other tag team division. You fucked up Sanity. Cesaro and Sheamus come back from their hiatus. It don't get pushed. The Bludgeon Brothers, to give a flying freak about them. Monday Night Raw, you freaked up AOP. B-Team, I could care less about. Revival, you freaked them up. Besides the Usos, the only team I care about on the tag team division. NXT, Undisputed Era. We're probably one of the greatest factions that NXT's created. Probably the best they created, because let's be honest with you, they are the best faction they have created. Sanity was pretty good in NXT, but not on the level to the coolism of the Undisputed Era. I was trying to keep up with this match while I was at work still, while I was closing the counter. This shit looked like it was about 15 to 20 minutes of non-stop action, close near falls, and actually, to let you guys know before we continue the review, I was right on every single prediction. Which the way when I predict matches, I try to think about how would Triple H do it on NXT, and always on the main roster. I try to somewhat get in the mind of Vince McMahon and do what he's going to do. But I had all my predictions right. Again, going into this match, I was like, I knew Ricochet was going to beat Adam Cole. So I was like, if Ricochet is going to beat Adam Cole, that means Undisputed Era got to keep some type of goal. So they end up beating Mustache Mountain, and then after the match, out of freaking nowhere, I trying to get these guys' names right, but they're I'm trying to get their name right. I think it's the Road Warriors they call NXT. Don't quote me wrong. I think it's the Road Warriors. It was one of the new tag teams that Triple H had signed. They've been on the roster, I think, about 2 or 3 months. They attack Undisputed Era after the match. They look like they're going to be the next team for Undisputed Era to face. Velveteen Dream versus EC3. Actually, that's one prediction I got wrong. My bad. Every other prediction I got right, but this match here. EC3 versus Velveteen Dream. Now, again, like I said, going into it, every single match had a video package. Triple H does this shit really well. Now, if you're a casual viewer tuning into the NXT, the video package probably helped your ass out a total lot. Like, including me. Now, I don't be like a complete guy. Like I say, I watch every NXT. I don't watch every NXT. What I do is, if there's something huge that's going to freaking go on NXT, that's when I'll go to watch the show. Like, for example, Aleister Black got taken out, even though he did tear his groin. I wanted to watch NXT last week to see, okay, how the fuck did Aleister Black get freaking taken out? If somebody like Keith Lee debuts, I want to see what the dude looks like. Tommaso Ciampa beats Aleister Black for the NXT title. I want to see how that happened. So if I know what's going to happen to something big, then I'll tune in to watch NXT. But again, the video package helped out the casual viewer who never watched NXT. Like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? Why is A and B fighting each other? That's why I said on the main roster, I need to see video packages. For example, like I told you guys, I don't watch Raw because I'm usually at work. I don't DVR because I know, okay, what the fuck's going to happen this week? Same old singing, dong, and dance. Same old, same old. Video package help people a lot. Now, we're going to keep count because I'm going to be doing live reactions for SummerSlam tomorrow. Who gets video packages? I can tell you right now, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns will probably get a video package. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles will probably get a video package. Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss will get a video package. Besides those 3 matches, who else will get a video package? You see what I'm saying? Why should I watch Finn Balor vs. Baron Corbin for the 15 millionth time? You know what I'm saying? But let's not get it carried away from NXT. Okay, Velveteen Dream versus EC3. Going into this match, the reason why I picked EC3 to win, because I was like saying, Velveteen Dream is not beaten. Has he won on a pay-per-view for NXT? No. EC3 is a newer superstar coming into the business. I was like, okay, EC3 gotta get a win here. Like, who's going to care about EC3 if he does not win here? Velveteen Dream is going to be over as fuck wherever the fuck he goes. That's why I picked EC3 to win here. But with what we saw tonight happen with the main event and Aleister Black being out, maybe this is where Velveteen Dream will step in line, maybe to face Tommaso Ciampa, while Aleister Black is recovering from his injury. I heard it's worse than what it was supposed to be. So he might be out longer than he was supposed to be. Now, with what happened in the main event, who's going to step in? Is it going to be a Keith Lee? Is it going to be a Velveteen Dream? This maybe just helps Velveteen Dream step up to face Tommaso Ciampa. Listen here. Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa. Sign me up right now. I'll go ahead and watch that right now. But Velveteen Dream ends up doing a rolling death driver drop on the apron. Then does his freaking purple Rainmaker elbow on the apron. Rolls EC3 back in. Gets the 1, 2, 3. I was like, okay, Velveteen Dream. See, if you're piece to piece NXT, how it ends, and you go back, you say, okay, that's why Triple H did that. That's why it makes sense now for what happened in the main event. Aleister Black being out longer than he's supposed to do. Maybe Velveteen Dream steps up, faces Tommaso Ciampa. Sign me up. I'll take that. The next match, I believe, was, to me, my favorite match of the night. As you can see, the shirt I'm wearing. This dude is freaking phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Going into the match, I was saying, okay, Adam Cole, dude, you've been phenomenal since winning the belt at Takeover in New Orleans. Ricochet. Listen, I don't go out often and buy WWE freaking merchandise, okay? The way the product is right now, I'll tell you guys right now, the shirts I have a Seth Rollins shirt, Kevin Owens shirt, Ricochet, Adam Cole shirt. That's the only shirts I own, WWE-wise, okay? Triple H has done an amazing job of bringing in new talent and featuring them in what's best for them. Like, for example, even though EC3's not been winning, I know later down the line, he'll do something that'll make you say, that's the best of his ability. Ricochet, Adam Cole. I mean, listen here. This was on fucking par of Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Listen, I don't go usually like the great things a 9 out of fucking 10 or 10 out of fucking 10. Just go back and watch. If you guys remember from Takeover New Orleans, when Ricochet jumped off he springboarded off the rope into that fucking super kick by Adam Cole. That shit was amazing. Spot here tonight. Adam Cole does the same thing. Ricochet does the same thing. Ricochet catches Adam Cole trying to super kick him and says, buddy. Ricochet knocks him down. Ricochet goes back up to this. He goes back to apron. I think he went back to the apron. He does a moonsault. Adam Cole fucking catches him mid-air while coming back. Super kicks this dude. I lose my shit at work. Adam Cole rushes. You guys remember that move that Kevin Owens does where he picks you up and then he slams you on the knee, like on your neck? I was like, oh my god. This dude Adam Cole and Ricochet are taking this match to the next fucking level. Then after that, they go back and forth about 4 to 5 minutes of this hard fucking shots. Elbows. Knee lifts. Straight leg kicks. Like they're going back and forth. Enziguri. Back and forth. This match was freaking amazing. I mean, this was my favorite match of the night. Once I get done with you guys here, I'm gonna pop the bit back on and watch it here while I'm home. Eventually, Adam Cole and Ricochet go back and forth again. Ricochet hits one of his signature moves. Then Ricochet goes back to the top rope. Does his fucking 720. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, thank you, Triple H. Thank you. I love Ricochet. Listen here. Like I said, me and JD said we believe the same thing. NXT is the main roster. You go into Raw or SmackDown's a day motion. Stay as long as you can. Tell Triple H, don't move me until you are in full control of Raw or SmackDown. I mean, listen here. I'm afraid of anybody moving to the main roster. For example, Immediately once Adam Cole loses to freaking Ricochet tonight, people saying, "Oh, is Adam Cole Undisputed Era gonna get called up to the main roster?" No. Is EC3 gonna get called up to the main roster because he lost to Velveteen Dream? No. Listen here. You stay as long as you can at NXT. Don't try to get moved up. For example, Velveteen Dream had on his pants, "Call me up, Vince." Velveteen Dream. You don't want to get called up. For example, look at Fandango. Look at freaking No Way Jose. I'm trying to think of somebody else who Adam Rose. Look what happened to Adam Rose, which his own fault, was his own doing, but for example, Adam Rose. Look at Ty Dillinger. No, the gimmick that you have is kind of similar to them, but not completely similar. But you see what I'm saying. Don't get called up to the main roster. Don't get called up. Stay as long as you can stay at NXT. Don't get called up. Again, the match was amazing. Once I get done here again, I'm going to go pop back on again. But Right Man won the match here. I know everybody's saying, "Oh, Adam Cole should have kept the belt." Listen here. Adam Cole, eventually, he can move on to face Tommaso Ciampa, or he can face, get a rematch against Ricochet, and then move on to for example, the timeline of NXT, I don't think anybody's going to get called up anytime soon. For example, I still think Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa will main event NXT WrestleMania weekend, either in the Hell in a Cell or a 3 Stages of Hell match. But they're going to have to fast track this a little bit sooner because, for example, if Adam Cole he loses again to Ricochet, I don't want anybody getting called up. That's why I'm thinking to myself, this was best for Ricochet. To win the belt now, continue building your career. Adam Cole, maybe one more, gets a rematch. Hell, maybe we'll get into the main event, and you see where I'm probably thinking my mind again. But anyways, it's a great match. On to the next match. Here, for example, Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. Now, going to this match here, Kairi Sane did beat Shayna Baszler to win the Mae Young Classic. Hindsight 2020, full circle again. Shayna Baszler is the NXT Women's Champion against Kairi Sane. Going to this match here, I knew Kairi Sane was going to win. The reason why I'm saying that, for example, this pay-per-view coming up, Revolution, it's supposed to be every women's title will be defended. I was thinking to myself, hindsight 2020, what do you do with Shayna Baszler? Since me and JD had a great another match that we both thought should work. I was thinking about it. He was thinking about it. 4 horsewomen versus the 4 horsewomen of the main roster. But they want to have every women's title defended. I was like, worst case, Shayna Baszler wins back the NXT title at the pay-per-view. Ronda Rousey beats... Well, can't do that now because Bliss is facing Trish Stratus. Vince just freaks everything up again. Listen here. Honestly, after Vince naming Bliss versus Trish Stratus, he messed up my whole thought process. Because what I was going to think was Baszler beats Kairi Sane at Takeover... not Takeover. At the women's pay-per-view. Rousey beats Bliss at the women's pay-per-view. You have the 4 horsewomen come out at the end of the show posing together. He messed up again. Now I'm saying to myself, they wouldn't dare bring up Shayna Baszler to the main roster now, would you? It's too early. At worst case, Baszler gets a rematch against Kairi Sane at the pay-per-view, a Revolution. Because Vince just freaks things up, man. I had it perfectly planned out, but now he had Bliss versus Trish Stratus. He ruins everything. Listen here. At the end of the day, Triple H will find something to do for these 2 women. Kairi Sane versus Baszler. It was a good match. It wasn't the best match, but it did what it needed to do. You got Kairi Sane. She wins the belt. Baszler, again, is going to go ahead against Kairi Sane again. But you still have Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai. Triple H signed another Japanese wrestler. You're going to have Toni Storm. I mean, the division will be in great hands, okay? Now to the main event of the show. Going into this match, I was thinking to myself, some of the great last man standing matches that we've had over the past times. I was like, okay, that was during the Attitude Era. That was during the Ruthless Aggression Era. what can Triple H figure these two guys to do in the PG era? And I was thinking to myself, why am I doubting Triple H? This is NXT. He will find a way to have these two freaking guys go out there and make this shit a 5-star fucking match. Either way. And Triple H did not let me down. The first couple of minutes into the match, I was like, no, first about 5 to 10 minutes, I was like, okay, it's okay so far. But I know they'll pick it up towards the end and towards the middle of the match. And Tommaso Ciampa proved again why he's the best fucking heel in the company. No offense, Samoa Joe, Tommaso Ciampa is the best heel in the freaking company. And these two guys went out there, gave you everything you could expect them to do without shedding blood. But they did what they needed to do. They gave you a 5-star fucking match. The ending was close. It was close to what I had, but it wasn't completely there. But, I mean, you had fucking table spots. You had 2 table spots. You had I don't say it was a complete face buster, but you had a face buster on the fucking steel steps. You had the ring apron. I mean, not the ring, but you had the mat from the ring being pulled apart again. This time it was reversed. This time it was Gargano catching Tommaso Ciampa into DDT straight on the board. You had steel chair shots. You had table spots again. You had running through the barricade spots. You had Johnny Gargano super kicking a ring announcer. You had Tommaso Ciampa burying Johnny Gargano in the barricade debris, plus chairs, plus Tommaso Ciampa threw the fucking guy on that Johnny Gargano super kicked. He threw him on top of him too. You had handcuffs used again. You had great spots used to break the 10 count. You had Tommaso Ciampa when he was DDT'd onto the mat, end up rolling out the ring onto his feet to break the count. You had Tommaso Ciampa when he got put through the tables. You had him use the crutch that was sitting there to use himself to get up. You had great spots. Now, the ending here, people. Triple H finds a way around anything, bro. Like, again, I was thinking to myself, Tommaso Ciampa just won the belt. Okay, he can't lose the belt. He just won it like 2 weeks ago. Johnny Gargano can't lose his momentum. Triple H wouldn't dare have him lose his momentum. So they have to go to a no contest, right? Triple H finds a way to make you say, damn, that's a smart-ass idea. Why didn't I think about that? Okay, so we all know about this feud here. Johnny Gargano fucking hates Tommaso Ciampa to the core. He almost had this man Tommaso Ciampa almost cost this man his livelihood, his wrestling career, almost injured his wife completely, but they injured his wife completely. So you being Johnny Gargano, you want to kill this man, literally, right? Doing all those things to you. So Triple H says, you know what, guys? Let's just do something they wouldn't think about doing. Okay, so the end spot here of the match was, it always seems to be the freaking stage is the end spot of Gargano versus Ciampa, where it ends or where it's about to end. Okay, so Gargano has Tommaso Ciampa handcuffed to one of the freaking production booth area, right? Okay, he's handcuffed there. Gargano is doing straight knee shots to Tommaso Ciampa, right? The last one that Gargano's about to do, Ciampa's saying, "Please, Johnny, please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all I did to you. I'm sorry." And Gargano's saying like, "Oh, now you want to say sorry, bro? It's too late to say sorry, okay?" So Gargano ends up moving his knee pad down to his lower leg. Okay, he's about to deliver the kill shot and become the NXT champion. Gargano ends up hitting Tommaso Ciampa, but because he wants to kill Tommaso Ciampa, Gargano ends up overshooting it, having his knee hit one of the one of the crates. He hits his crate. The momentum that he's running ends up carrying him over to the ground, end up injuring his knee, ends up not being able to make the 10 count. But the heel, that is Tommaso Ciampa, ends up finding his way up at the last second to keep the belt. I'm like sitting there saying, This dude Triple H is a fucking genius. Okay, he finds a way to keep the belt on Tommaso Ciampa and finds a way to make Gargano Gargano ends up costing himself the belt. Ends up saying, "Damn, Gargano, if you just hold back just a little bit, you could have became the champion. But because your hatred was so much for Tommaso Ciampa, you end up costing yourself the belt." Listen here, man. Triple H, I thank you, man. He's a genius. Listen here, I know Shawn Michaels is back there too, helping Triple H out, but you two, everybody that's back there that helps Triple H come up with these scripts. You all, thank you. I thank you. Why can't we get this on the main roster? I mean, hell, the match that they had right now, the last man standing match, AJ versus Nakamura was pretty damn good, but why couldn't why couldn't Lashley versus Roman? Why couldn't they? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Ben, this pay-per-view was freaking great. Again, I'll be live tomorrow for Summer Scam, going live at 6:30. Yes, I call it Summer Scam because listen here, this is not the true main event. NXT Brooklyn is the main event. Any takeover is the main event. Listen here, until Vince McMahon proves me wrong, takeover should be the main event. Move whatever pay-per-view to Saturday night. Move it to Saturday night. Triple H, you've done another great job. Now, when I rank this, when I give this show, I'll give it a 9. The only reason I'm giving it a 9, the women's match was not great, but it did what it needed to do. If you want to see how I rate the show, I'll give the tag team match, give that a 4. EC3 versus Velveteen Dream, I'll give that a 3.5. Women's match, I'll give a 3.5. Adam Cole versus Ricochet, 5. Main event, 5. That's what I'm giving a 9. Comment down below, guys. What was your favorite match of Takeover Brooklyn 4? Don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe. All the social media pages will be down below. Again, we'll be going live at 6:30 for Summer Scam 2018. Vince, you are shit out of luck, bro. You are shit out of luck. You don't have a single... Listen, unless you give AJ versus Joe full control of their match, unless you give Daniel Bryan versus The Miz full control of their match, you're shit out of luck, bro. Takeover just fucking kicked your ass. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. How many times have they been the main event? Vince, see you guys tomorrow, okay? See you guys tomorrow.